Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here at the Furriers channel, just coming at you with another video today. Obviously, we are unboxing an action figure, and today we are doing Transformers Hound. This is the studio series. They're just calling it Transformers, the movie now. It was 86 series. We'll look on the box here and see if it says it anywhere, 86, but yes, they did change that. This one says 40 years. Was that 1986 to 2026 studio series? Yeah, Transformers the movie. So they're pretty much just calling these Transformers the movie instead of that, which obviously that was the year that movie came out, I'm guessing. Very traumatic movie, like I've said in other videos. I saw that when I was a kid, and I love Transformers and seeing that movie. And if you've seen the movie, you know what happens. Obviously, Optimus Prime dies, and I was just like, and as a kid back then, Rodimus Prime kind of pissed me off a little bit because I kind of always felt like that was his fault that all happened. But now that I'm older, going back and watching, I'm like, no, it was kind of his fault, but those daggum Autobots could have put Optimus Prime back together and fixed him. I mean, look what they did with Ultra Magnus on that planet. He was freaking blown up into pieces, and they put him back together and put some freaking wax on him, and he was good as new. So yes, they could have saved Optimus Prime in that, but they were trying something different. And back then, obviously, a lot of the cartoons and stuff were kind of meant for, you know, selling toys. We enjoyed them as a kid, not even thinking that, oh, they're making this so we'll buy the toys. Well, obviously that's what they were doing. So they wanted to introduce new characters, and I guess some big wigs had the bright idea of like, we'll just kill them off and everyone will be okay with it. And it was not okay. Parents were mad. My mom didn't really get mad. She was just kind of like, what the heck? I mean, this was around the time. I mean, I remember where we lost Optimus Prime and Spock died, and who else? They were going to kill Duke, but they didn't kill Duke because of the backlash from Transformers. So we were losing folks back then. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But obviously, like I said before, with the Transformers movie series, I always pick these up. And which was funny is whenever I saw it on the shelf, I was kind of hesitant. I was like, do I have a Hound? And I was like, I think I do. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, I couldn't remember. Well, as you can see here, I got home, and he was buried in the shelf there. I kind of forgot. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, once you get so many Transformers and this and that and all that, but I know this past few videos I've been doing some Transformer stuff, but the past year, I mean, it hasn't been a whole lot of Transformer pickups. You know, we got that Optimus Prime. I guess I would say from 24 to 25. I mean, they're really the only. Well, I guess we got Optimus Prime and the Constructicons. So I guess that's quite a bit, but I hadn't been messing with Transformers as much, like purchasing and setting up the shelf and doing all this. I kind of forgot. So that was a whole lot of rattling off. It went nowhere. We are here on a Saturday again. The week has flown by, and here we are on Saturday. I don't know how y'all's week went, but man, I feel like I was just like at work and that was it. And here I am Saturday. Like I've been getting home at like 9 o'clock at night and just like don't want to do anything. I was like, if I get off at a decent time, I might try to put something on YouTube. But just when I don't know if it's just whenever you get older, like I'm almost 50, and whenever I get home like really late from a long day, I'm just kind of like, so I didn't do anything. I didn't have a whole lot to do. I just got this one, and I got one more Transformer in that I was complaining about last week. And we'll look at that one too this weekend. This video obviously won't be up this weekend, so y'all probably be seeing this Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start getting this bad boy open here. But first, before we do that, I had something. This is so random. I know this is really weird, but okay. So today I got up. And I was alone today because the kids stayed at Nana's house, and my wife has a photo shoot today. So I'm in the house by myself. So, of course, I get up, make breakfast, and randomly, not randomly, I usually, if I'm home alone, I'll go on Tubi and I'll either put on Transformers or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just because I'm a weirdo, I guess. But I'm sitting there and I'm watching Transformers, and I'm watching the episode, I forgot what it's called, The Secret to Alpha Sigma or whatever it is, part 2 or whatever it was. But anyways, basically it's the creation of the Stunticons and Autobots. And I'm sitting there watching it. I'm going to see if I can find this on here. But I thought it was funny because, I guess as a kid, I didn't really think about it. But as an adult, I was like sitting there watching it. And obviously the Decepticons are stealing random cars. And I started noticing, even like it was at a bank, it was a bank robbery and something else. And I was like, why are the guys wearing hard hats? And like every scene, it was like they were wearing hard hats. And I was just like, that's so weird. So hold on one second here. I got to figure out how to get this to work. Okay, so here we are. It took me a second to get everything going, and this was just, I don't know, I was just sitting there, and I'm like in a daze. You can even see my eyes. I look tired. Like I said, it's been a long week at work, and then my wife's, one of our friends had a birthday party, so I did get off at a decent time yesterday, which was Friday, which it was 6 o'clock, and I was like, I had to go directly to the birthday party. It was a little after 6. The birthday party was at 6:30. So anyways, I go to the birthday party, and it's at a little bar restaurant, nice little place. And so I end up I didn't get home till like almost 10 o'clock. So, and so I didn't get that much sleep because the kids weren't home, and then my wife got back. I left early, and she got back, and we sat around, and she had to work on her laptop on editing some photos because she did photos for the birthday party for our friend. So we didn't end up going to bed till like 12 something. And I'm like, now getting up, I'm just like, and all through the night, if you have kids, like I'm used to getting up all the time in the middle of the night. It's either a dog or my son or my daughter or something. It's not that they need anything. It's just like, I don't know, I hear them walking or they get in the bed or something, and I'm just like, oh. So anyways, that story went nowhere. But anyways, I was sitting there and I was watching it, the Transformers, and I was like, why are all these guys wearing hard hats? They're like not even at a construction site. So I was like, I need to ask somebody why everyone's wearing hard hats in Transformers, because if you watch the show, a lot of the humans wear hard hats a lot of the time. And it just said, let's see, animators needed viewers to instantly recognize these are workers. So the animators want to recognize that these are workers. This is an industrial area. A hard hat was an easy visual cue, even if the scenes didn't really need it. The hat told kids these people work around machines and construction. Okay. And many episodes took places at power plants, rigs, dams, factories, which it did. Autobots and Decepticons were always battling around energy sources. Writers constantly put humans in industrial environments where hard hats would make sense. Okay, and then goes on, it says, 80s cartoons reused animation frames to save money. If they had a generic construction worker model, they used it again and again. Even if it wasn't perfectly logical, hard hats became part of the reusable design. I kind of thought that might have been it, but I just thought it was kind of funny. So, and it keeps going. Cartoons in the 80s often tried to promote safety without saying it directly. Showing workers wearing helmets suggested proper safety gear. As simple character design. Background humans in the 80s animation had very simple designs. A hard hat added a recognizable feature, so characters didn't all look the same. The funny side effects. Because of that, you'll see scenes where people are wearing hard hats in offices, outside random buildings, sometimes even during evacuations. It's basically 80s animation logic. Says also here, fun fact, the same thing happened in other 80s cartoons. G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero, where random base workers were constantly wearing helmets too. So, I don't know, I thought that was kind of just useless information that was worthless, just like all the other worthless information I get throughout my day. Another worthless piece of information that kind of pissed me off was I was watching TikTok, and of course, everything is bad for you. Everything is poison. And my wife and I usually always try to get healthier stuff to eat. So we get that Dave's brand bread. Well, that's poisonous now. It was like a video, top 5 worst bread brands to eat. And it's like that one was on there. And I'm like, yeah. And then the worst butters you could eat, and a list of them. And that's one of the butters, the ones we thought we were healthy. We still have it, but now I'm like, so everything's going to kill us. So I don't know. It's like all you could do is just eat eggs, drink water, and drink black coffee, and eat apples. And you can hardly eat apples because evidently they poison outside of apples too. So that was a little rant. I don't know where that was going. This video is going longer than usual. But we're going to bust Hound up out of here. I always liked Hound as a kid. I would say probably my third favorite Autobot. Number one is obviously Optimus Prime. Number two was always Ironhide. The only thing that bugged me about Hound was he was a Jeep. And to me, Jeeps, I've never liked Jeeps. And even nowadays, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but Jeeps are kind of a piece of junk. They're gas guzzlers. They sound awful. They break down. They have issues. They're just not very good vehicles. And anybody that's like swears by Jeeps, I question them, their ability to pick out vehicles. So if I was to get any kind of vehicle, which I have had before, that's kind of Jeepy like, it would be a FJ Cruiser. Obviously, those can't take the top or do anything like that, but they're good off-road vehicles. And I wish I wouldn't have got rid of my FJ Cruiser. I had a yellow FJ Cruiser. I forgot what year it was. I'll see if I can find a picture of it online somewhere, post it up somewhere like right here maybe so you can see it. But a really good vehicle, drove nice for off-roading. The only negative of the FJ Cruiser was the blind sides. You couldn't see, like I'd be turning to turn lane to go to the right or whatever, and you couldn't see anything until it was like right there at your window. So I had to be really careful driving those. But everybody I know that has had a Jeep or has a Jeep, there's some kind of problem with it. Something's happening, some kind of complaint. Even if it's a Jeep Cherokee, any Jeep product, Jeep Renegade, Compass, whatever, everyone I know, something is always going wrong with it. So I don't know if you have a Jeep, do you have problems out of your Jeep, or is it a gas guzzler? Does it sound bad going down the road? These are just things I've heard. I've never owned one, so I'm just going by what mechanics have said and people that own them say. So that's my rant about Jeeps. I don't like them, and I think people that are heavily invested in Jeeps are questionable because that's just what I think. So we'll see if we can't get this open. I know a lot of people have Jeeps, so they're not questionable people. I just always kind of like a little bit of a hater when it comes to Jeeps. So, you know, it's like other vehicles. Some people are haters on Chevy, and some people are haters on Ford or Dodge. I've always been kind of a hater on Dodge. I will say, though, Dodge Challenger, though, if I would buy a Challenger. Those are good-looking cars. I wouldn't get a V6, though. That's for sure. I'd get a V8. And I've either had a Chevy or a Toyota. For a lot of years, I drove a Hyundai Velociter. So I know this conversation's going nowhere. So no hate on Jeep drivers. Collect your ducks and do whatever you do. I don't know what's going on with the ducks. But, all right. We got Hound out. And I just kind of wanted to look at Hound and kind of compare him to his old Hound that we had. I think this was like a Siege or War for Cybertron thing we had going on there. And this one has quite a bit of the backpack going on in the back. Our new one here doesn't have a backpack at all. So this one's pretty clean. We're done with this one here. I do like that big gun he has, though. Looking at the back of him, we got some hollowness going on. We've seen some of the, what was last one we did, Blast Off, I think it was. He was pretty clean. Not much on the hollowness. I do like the colors on this one better because this is obviously going for that smoother look from the cartoon. And all of our Siege stuff we got, I've had a lot of Siege and I've sold a lot of it off. I'm kind of dwindling down to not having any Siege. I even sold my Optimus Prime and Megatron stuff that I had. I think I forgot which one it was. I just went blank there. But anyways, dwindling that one down. And we'll soon just have all 86 movie series. So, and this one, the articulation on it compared to that Siege one, I already kind of noticed. It's a lot more. It's easier to move. I don't know if that's like on purpose. Like the old one, I can't even hardly do the ankle tilts on it. This one does pretty easily. Knees go pretty easily. He'll do little splits for us and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, so. All right. Well, since we kind of been checking him out, it's all the normal kind of business that we get with Transformers. I guess we could see how these instructions look. So, and they don't look too bad. So we'll have to hold on a second here. Hold on. All right. So let's see here. We got, how many steps we got? Looks like 13. See if we can't transform him. All right. We'll kind of look down here, and it shows how to put his guns on, which we got the one that goes up here, which he's known for. So we got that one. Then we got his little handgun. So it just shows that in the instructions there. We're going to take that off there. All that kind of good stuff. All right. So we have something that shows these going up, these going back. Is that what that is? The shoulders. We got this piece right here going up. And oh, that goes all the way up. That's the little windshield there. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to go. I already feel like I'm going to break something. Oh, no. It just, you got to push both sides down on that. All right, so we did that. That's up. The arms are a little back. Is that what we're doing? Okay. Oh, it's going all the way back. Oh my goodness. Is that right? Okay, so it doesn't show you very well, but you have to lift his chest up like that. So then the arms can go back all the way around. And that kind of tucks his head in there too. So we're looking at that and his arms and his hands, and nothing seems to be, let's see. Looks like it's showing these. You got to twist the arms to where that little knob's right there, and the hands are upside down basically when you get it on that side there, I think. And it looks like that goes out. And it's showing these legs doing a little bit of the split action, and that's on number 7. And then it shows, looks like we got some flippage we got to do here with the feetsies, or the legsies that is. That goes all the way out, and it shows them straightened out. This is a foldiform, and so we got those all the way out, and it's showing for these legs. We got 2 little pieces right there in the middle. Looks like we can kind of bring them together right there like that. So it shows that snapping into place, and then it looks like it all just folds over. So we kind of have these out, so the legs just kind of fold over like so, I guess. Is that how that goes? And it looks like it just kind of pops in there. Is that what we're doing? I'll try to show you here, like right there. You see those little clips there? Got to pop that sucker right in there like that. I don't know if y'all saw that very well. So we got that going on. We got the popped in there, and then these, I don't know what's going on here. What is this? Okay, so these the feet, they're on the side of the door there, which just kind of fold down. Mine were a little tight. You know, sometimes transforming these, you're like, oh, I'm about to break something or something. Okay, so I must say, in Jeep form, we didn't do too bad on that one. That one didn't take as long as usual. We got the guns that go on the back here for storage kind of deal. And just kind of looking at him, man, I don't know. I'm not very impressed with this transformation of Hound in his Jeep form. I can't say maybe. I mean, it was pretty simple to transform, but I mean, just look at it. Look at the inside. I don't know if you can really tell. We got a lot of hollowness on this, so little lacklustering in transformation on Hound into his Jeep form. I don't know. What do you guys think? He still looks good in his Autobot form. The last 86 one we did, I believe, was the Thundercracker, was it? I think it was. Those planes usually look pretty good once you transform them. But the Jeep, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just write down below what you think about this Transformer Hound. And if you have him and you put him into the Jeep mode, what do you think about his Jeep mode? It's very hollowy, just can kind of see everything. That's what I'm seeing. So, but yeah, that's it for Hound. Like I said, put down below what you think, and if you can, like and subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. And y'all have a good one. Later.